Hello, folks, and welcome to another episode of the Cubs Line podcast. I'm Ryan Dunleavy,
And I'm Ryan Zelinsky.
and today the Cubs beat the Cardinals 2-0 and swept the weekend series, highlighted by a great performance from Javier Assad and Jordan Wicks. Seiya Suzuki hit his fifth home run in 4 games, and Mo Baller with an RBI single is all it took for the Cubs to sweep the St. Louis Cardinals and send the Cardinals into the offseason on a sweep. How big was this momentum changer for the Cubs to get a sweep heading into the playoffs against their rivals?
I mean, it's big because they were, ever since they clinched and popped that champagne, they were poor. I mean, they were 1-6 or 1-7, I think actually. Since then, coming into this weekend series, it was like, all right, like, looking at it, you're probably going to need 1 or 2 wins at the, very least to get home field advantage, and they just take care of that themselves. They get a sweep against the Cardinals. That's huge to build momentum here going into the series against San Diego, and I mean it's going to be a fun one.
Yeah, and the Padres are coming off a sweep as well as they swept the Arizona Diamondbacks, but they both teams played very deflated teams. Like after I say Friday, the D-backs just kind of gave up, let them do whatever, and then also the Cardinals are deflated. I mean, even after the game, their GM saying pretty much they're going to rebuild and all their studs are going to head out, and Cardinals are going to stink next year. So
I
love to see.
love it.
Yeah. So before we get started in today's episode, I want to give a shout out to our sponsor, Mark's Card Shop. Thanks for sponsoring today's episode. Make sure to go check them out in Downers Grove, Illinois, and at markscardshop.com. And thank you guys for a great regular season. I can't wait to see what the playoff has in store.
Yeah, I mean, like pretty cliche, but like again, this has been so much fun for me and Ryan to do. We didn't as much as like we're obviously we don't have 100,000 subscribers or anything, but I mean it's honestly a lot more than I expected. We're almost at I think 500 on Instagram and around 50 on YouTube, so we're
49
growing.
subscribers. One more for
Yeah,
50.
yeah. So we're almost there, and regular season's wrapped up. The highs and lows have come and gone, but it's time for a new season. It's time for postseason baseball, and I know Ryan, you're going game one. I'm going game two, so we'll have a lot of content out for you, and this is it's gonna be fun.
Yeah, I'm super excited. So, obviously, it didn't do an episode yesterday, so we will recap that game as Jameson Tyon versus Michael McGreevy on the bump, top of the first inning. Tyon walks Nootbaar, Herrera pops out, Burleson flies out, Arenado hits a single, and then he strikes out Nolan Gorman. Starting off the game hot in the bottom of the first inning, first pitch Michael Bush sees he takes it into the right field bleachers, line drive, didn't smoke this ball. 98 miles an hour, 386 off the bat. But Michael Bush loves jumping on that first pitch, takes it into the bleachers, makes it a 1-0 game. Another guy who's really been heating up as of late. Michael Bush, in his last 7 games, is hitting 391 with a 1.130 slugging percentage with 9 hits and 4 of those being home runs. Michael Bush has been on a tear as of late, and I'd love to see that heading into the playoffs. It was his 33rd home run on the year, and one heck of a year from Michael Bush.
Yeah, I mean, again, like I think we covered this maybe Friday night, but I mean, coming into this season, I think Ryan, me and you both knew he was going to have a good year, but I mean, this is kind of really exceeded my expectation.
Yeah, I totally agree with that. I didn't think he'd be a over 30 home run player, if I'm going to be honest. I thought maybe 25 bombs, more of a contact guy, second year in the bigs, and he really showed out this year, and he's a star in the makings. As after that, Nico flied out, Haber struck out, Tucker flew out, and then in the top of the second inning, Sagisi lined out. Um, Crook struck out, and then Walker ground out to Nico. Nico made one hell of a play. His ball was hit 102 up the middle. He dived, made a heck of a throw. Just gold glove defense on display. Bottom of the second inning for the Cubs. Sorry, my game case is being a little bit slow. The Suzuki walked. Kelly flew out. PCA hit a single on a sharp line drive to Jordan Walker, and then Dansby grounded in to a 5-4-3 double play. Top of the third inning, Scott struck out, Nootbaar popped out, and Herrera struck out. Bottom of the third, Matt Shaw struck out. Michael Bush hit a double. His ball was smoked 94 miles an hour off the bat. His 25th double on the year. Nico Horner grounded out, but Bush went to third, and then Happer struck out. Top of the fourth inning, Burleson struck out, and then Nolan Arenado hit a home run. This was a high fastball. It was the first pitch, and Arenado just drove this ball. It was a line drive, got out in a hurry. This ball was 96 miles an hour, just over the basket, made it a 1-1 game. Gorman struck out, and Sagisi struck out after that. At the bottom of the fourth inning, Kyle Tucker flew out. Suzuki grounded out. Kelly hit a single on the ground. This ball was roped, and then PCA grounded out. Top of the fifth inning, Crooks grounded out. Jordan Walker walked, and then he stole a bag, but nothing came from that as Victor Stott flied out and Lars Nootbaar struck out. Bottom of the fifth inning, Dansby walked, and then Matt Shaw grounded into a force out. Arenado to Gorman, they cannot turn the double play. And then Michael Busch hit another home run. This ball, another first pitch fastball. Michael Busch loves jumping on those first pitch fastballs or really any pitch. This ball was hit 101 miles an hour, 392 feet. This ball was hit to opposite field. Love to see that. This was Michael Busch's 34th home run on the season. Just a great day for him. And we'll talk about how scared the Cardinals are of Michael Busch later in the episode. The game was
Yeah.
bad. Then after that, Nico grounded out. Happer hit a single, and that would be all for McGreevy. John King replaced him, and Tucker flew out. Ball smoked just right to Jordan Walker. Top of the sixth inning, Herrera hit a leadoff single. Burleson flew out, and then Herrera was picked off and caught stealing by Dansby. Then Arenado grounded out. In the bottom of the sixth inning, Ryan Fernandez came in to relieve John King, and then Seiya Suzuki hits another home run. Off the bat, you knew it was gone. He pimped this thing. It was hit 370, 98 miles an hour off the bat. It was a low slider, and Suzuki's been on a tear as of late, and that was his 31st homer on the year. Kelly struck out, PCA struck out, and then Dansby grounded out. Top of the seventh inning, Thielbar came in, struck out Gorman and Sagisis, but then Crooks hit a single, and then Jordan Walker hit a two-run shot. His sixth home run on the year, big, powerful guy. This ball was hit 411 feet, 105 off the bat. It was a curveball kind of hanging down the middle, and Walker made no mistake with this ball as he took it dead center. And then Fermin came in a pinch hit for Scott, and he ended up flying out to Seiya Suzuki. But still, one-run lead. Bottom of the seventh, Matt Shaw with the leadoff walk. Then Matt Swavson came in to replace Ryan Fernandez. But that didn't matter as Michael Busch smokes one to the gap. Jordan Walker misreads this ball. Bushy gets the third. Matt Shaw scores, makes it a 5-3 game. Bush's fifth triple on the year. 3 for 3 on the day with 2 homers and a triple. And then, no, it's 4 for 4 on the day with a double, a triple, and 2 bombs. Nico grounded out, Happer struck out, and Tucker struck out. Top of the eighth, Pomeranz came in, strikeout, strikeout, flyout. Bottom of the eighth, Jorge Alcala came in, walked Suzuki. Kelly grounded out. Suzuki was safe at second, and then PCA comes up, hits his 31st homer off in the year off of the scoreboard. This ball is at 398 miles an hour, or 398 feet, 105 miles an hour. PCA smoked this ball off the scoreboard, pimped this home run. Absolute bomb, his 31st on the year. Ham, Bushy, and Say are all really starting to heat up. Dansby hit a double after that. The call was upheld. Dansby was safe, and then he stole third. Shaw struck out, and then Michael Busch a single away from the cycle, and they decided to walk him. That's just they're cowards. There's nothing more to say. They're cowards.
Cowards. I mean, come on. You're not the game is not close. You're not fighting for a playoff spot. Like, just a fucking joke.
Yeah, that was a joke. Like, I don't nothing more to say if I want to be completely honest. A joke. And then Nico grounded out. Top of the ninth, Keller comes in, pop out, single, fly out, single, walk, bases loaded, gets a strikeout. The Cubs win this ball game, 7-3, clinch home field advantage. How excited were you that they clinched home field advantage after this game?
Big sigh of relief. I thought it was gonna be real easy a couple weeks ago or even last week, but got a little dicey there at the end. But I mean, yeah, I was hyped to destroy them on Friday and beat them again on Saturday, and then obviously again today.
Yeah, it was a great win and love watching it. Player of the game is Michael Bush. He went 4 for 4 with 4 RBIs, 2 bombs, a triple, a double. Just one hell of a day for Michael Bush and probably his best game of his career. Um, Pitching for the Cubs, Jameson Tyon went 6 innings. He's now 11-7 on the year with 6 innings, 3 hits, 1 earned run, 2 walks, 8 strikeouts, 1 home run. Finished off the year with a 3.68 ERA. Thielbar came in for the hold. He's been very shaky as of late. I wanted to note that he has not been pitching very well, as in his last 7 games, he's a 7.5 ERA. He gave up 2 runs on 2 hits, 2 strikeouts, and 1 home run. He finished off the year with a 2.64 ERA. Then Drew Pomeranz came into to the game. He got a hold, his 14th on the year. He went 1 inning, 1, 2, 3 inning, including 2 strikeouts with a 2.17 ERA. Then lastly, Brad Keller came into the game. Was not given a save, but I mean a saving situation. 1 inning, 2 hits, no runs, and it was earned. No runs, 1 walk, 1 strikeout. He finished off the year with a 2.07 ERA. Just an overall great day from the Cubs. Final thoughts from Saturday's contest.
Nothing really to say. A good all around, win.
Yeah. So we'll get into today's ball game. Not a very important game for the Cubs. They won this one 2-0. So we'll get right into the recap of this game. Leading off, Fermin lined out, Herrera flew out, and Gorman struck out. By the way, Assad was on the bump in today's ball game. Bottom of the first, Michael Bush grounded out, Nico Horner flew out, and Ian Happ lined out. Top of the second inning, Sagisi's ground out. Walker struck out, and then Jimmy Cooks hit a triple. Seiya kind of misread this ball, and Crooks gets to 3 on it. And then Pozo popped out. Bottom of the second, Tucker grounded out. Suzuki struck out. Mo Baller grounded out. Top of the third, Scott hit a single. Church struck out. Scott stole second. Fermin walked, and then Herrera grounded into a double play. Bottom of the third inning, PCA hit a single. Dansby flew out, and then Willie Kasher grounded into a double play. Top of the fourth inning, Gorman struck out, Sagisi struck out, and Walker grounded out. Bottom of the fourth, John King replaced Kyle Leahy, and he struck out Michael Bush. Nico Horner hit a single, Ian Happ popped out, and Kyle Tucker flew out. Top of the fifth inning, Kevin Alcantara came in and replaced Ian Happ. Happ deserves his off time, and just kind of like a spring training game. Go in, get your at bats, and get taken out around the fifth or sixth inning. Kirk struck out, Poser grounded out, Scott hit a ground rule double, and then Church grounded out to end popped out to cash or end the inning. And then Seiya Suzuki hit another home run, his 32nd on the year, his fifth home run in 4 games. Another ball that was just smoked to left field, 99 miles an hour off the bat, 379 feet. Seiya's 32nd homer on the year made it a 1-0 Cubs ball game. Mo Baller struck out, PCA flew out, and then Matt Swabson came in the game. JT came to replace Dansby, as I was saying, like spring training game. Go in, get in that bat or two, get a couple defensive plays, and get taken out. Turner struck out, and then top of the sixth inning, Nico moved to short. JT played third. Castro went to second. Fermin grounded out, and then Mike Soroka came in to relieve Javier Assad. He got a line out and a ground out. Top of the sixth, Willie Castro struck out. Michael Bush grounded out. Nico Horner flew out. Top of the seventh, Reese McGuire came in to replace Michael Bush. And then Mo Baller came in to play first base. And then McGuire went to catcher. So I was saying 3 guys who deserve just a couple at bats, stay hot, and then get taken out. Michael Bush, Dansby Swanson, and Ian Happ. And then Jordan Wicks came in the top of the seventh, gave up a leadoff single, but then fly out, strikeout, pop out. Bottom of the seventh, Ryan Fernandez came in. Kevin Alcantara hit a single on a ground ball to left field. Just an FYI, Kevin Alcantara is hitting 364 with an RBI, so he's been doing really good at the plate. And then Tucker struck out. Alcantara advanced to second on a pass ball. Suzuki struck out. And then Mo Baller takes one, just a weak little hit to the opposite field, only 84 miles an hour off the bat, but does a job, brings in Alcantara, makes it a 2-0 game. Huge insurance run from Mo Baller. He's hitting 298 as well. Very impressive from him. And then PCA flew out. So, to say the least, the Cubs with a 2-0 lead. Top of the eighth, Scott pops out. Church hits a single. Fermin strikes out, and Herrera flies out. Bottom of the eighth, Riley O'Brien comes in. Turner grounds out. Castro strikes out. McGuire hits a single, and Nico strikes out. Top of the ninth, Gorman flew out to PCA, and then Sagisi hit a single, and he advanced to second on an error by Alcantara. But then Jordan Wicks got 2 strikeouts on Walker and Crooks. Cubs win this ball game 2-0. Super cool. They came to salute the fans after the game and had a whole bucket of baseballs, just tossing them to the fans, and it was really cool. Ryan, how excited were you? Just the sweep and just the momentum going into the playoffs.
I mean, again, like we said, it's huge to pick up this sweep against your rivals, going into the playoffs. I mean, there's not much more to it. They played a hell of a series after, a pretty tough Red series and then a tough Met series, who have been eliminated from playoff contention. I cannot believe that. But yeah, I mean, again, picking up the momentum going into, this week, and I mean, right now, Cubs in two.
Hope so. So player of the game for me, not a lot of offense. So I'm gonna give it to Javier Assad. He went 5 1/3 of an inning with 3 hits, no runs, 1 walk, 6 strikeouts. He finished 4-1 on the year. Soroka got 2/3, got a hold, and Wicks got a save. 3 innings, 3 hits, no runs, no walks, 4 strikeouts. So very good job from the Cubs pitching today. So my first question would be, this is kind of an obvious question, but who's getting the ball in game one for the Cubs?
Right now, I mean, with Kate Horton out and Shota struggling, I think your best chance to win game one is Matthew Boyd.
I agree with that. Mine would be Matthew Boyd as well. Shota's been too inconsistent. Boyd, all-star. He kind of carried this team through some rough stretches, and I think you got to give it to Matthew Boyd. And then with a righty on the mound for game one, Nick Pivetta, what is your lineup looking like? Who is it consisting of?
So Bushy's gonna lead off. Then, you go Nico. You're probably gonna go Hap third. The fourth spot right
Tucker.
now,
Suzuki,
yeah,
because it's a lefty, maybe. And he's been hot.
right now I'm probably gonna go Saya 4, Tuck 5, and then maybe Dansby 6.
All right, first, how about we establish who's playing where?
Yeah,
Right
yeah,
now,
yeah, we'll do that with that. So let's start in left field. Let's start in left field.
Hap. Or no.
Yes.
Yeah, Hap in left field. Sorry about
So
that.
yeah, happen
Center
left
field, PCA.
PTA, obviously. Right
Right
field.
field, Tucker.
You
DH, Suzuki.
I do want to have a little conversation about Kyle Tucker. So right now, with his injury, I was thinking about this the other day. I had a conversation with my dad about it. Why put it at risk? Like, if it is 100% healed, no risk of like re-aggravating it where it's at, why put it at risk when, like, say a Suzuki can do the job like fine, right? Like, DH Tuck. I mean, that doesn't hurt you that much. You still got his bat in the lineup. Right now, I'm going Seiya in right.
I have to disagree with that because Seiya Suzuki has been a very poor fielder, and we've seen the results have been a lot better in left field than right field. I think you got to go Tucker in right field. He's a way better defender. And then shortstop and second base, Nico and Dansby. Third base, Matt Shaw. First base, Bush. And then catching is Kelly.
Yeah, I agree
Um,
with that. And then
your bench,
possible,
your bench would be McGuire, Ballesteros, Turner, and Alcantara or Castro.
yeah. And then I mean, late, inning, maybe you need a spark. Mo Baller can come in for Tuck to DH or whoever's DHing, or maybe he pinch hits for the catcher, something like that. And then Kevin, gives you some speed. So there's a lot, you can do there.
Yeah. I mean, who knows what they'll do if it'll either be Castro or Alcantara, but one of the two will be on the official roster. The other one will be on the taxi squad.
Yep.
So my lineup, I'd go Bushy 1, Nico 2, Hap 3, Saya 4, Tucker 5, Kelly 6, PCA 7, Dansby 8, Shaw 9.
I like that.
All right, that'd be my ideal lineup. And then my next question would be, well, we kind of got into it. Who do you go with, Alcantara or do you go with Castro? Pros and cons: Alcantara, better pinch runner, better hitter, better outfielder.
Here's just
Castro,
I just don't think you could put Willie Castro on the roster.
he's so poor. Like, even his at bats today, non-competitive. Kevin Alcantara, big hit in the game. I know it meant nothing, but still a big hit. He was a huge insurance run. Today, Castro was 0 for 3 with two strikeouts. Alcantara 1 for 1 with a run. Alcantara has been hitting 364 on the year. He's been hitting 600 in his last 7 games, opposed to Castro, who has been hitting 226 on the year and 105 in his last 7 games, and he's only recorded 13 hits in his last 30 games.
Yeah, I mean, I don't think there's a spot for Willie Castro. His ability to play everywhere is great, but Alcantara can play the outfield. He can hit. He can run. Willie Castro can just play everywhere. He's not a good hitter. He's not a good. I mean, he's a good runner, but like I just think Kevin Alcantara is just a better player and a better need for a playoff team.
Yeah, but my only thing is, for the worst case scenario, something happened to Nico Dansby. Who plays the infield then?
I mean, you would probably go. Ah, yeah, you're right. There's no, like, yeah, Nico Dansby. I mean, Dansby gets hurt. You would move Nico to short, and then second would be literally nobody.
That's what I'm thinking about. And I mean, another counter argument would be you could put Shaw at second and Turner at third, but
Yeah,
you kind of have to take him.
yeah,
It's not much of a choice, but it's your only real option. Kevin
yeah.
Alcantara is going to get kind of screwed, I think.
I agree. That's tough.
At that point, just call Triantos play the infield.
Yeah,
Willie Castro's terrible. Not even gonna lie,
yeah.
he's
Seriously,
brutal.
we thought he was gonna be such a good acquisition.
But I mean, that's just life. Some things pan out, some things don't.
Exactly.
It's whatever. Yeah. So my last question is, who is your closer? Because there's been a lot of experimenting. So who's your closer?
I mean, there's a lot of different answers to this, but I think he was bad, put on the IL. He got it all good, came back. He's pitched really well. I think Danny P.
I'm gonna have to disagree, and I think it's Brad Keller.
I mean, that's completely fine. I know that's been your opinion for a while. I'm completely okay with that. I just think, Danny P can. I just think Danny P is just the better option right now, but it's very slim, like very slim
I
margin.
understand that. I understand that. I could see why you're going that option. So then, typically we do a series preview, but we're gonna do that tomorrow on our show. We will do a deep dive into playoff roster, pitching matchups.
We'll give our complete bracket prediction.
Yeah,
See who has a better one.
yeah. Um, So we'll do that. Starting pitchers announced so far. It'll be Scooble in game 1 for the Tigers. It'll be Nick Pivetta in game 1 for the Padres. Game 1 for Red Sox Yankees is Garrett Crochet versus Max Fried. Nothing's been announced for Reds Dodgers, and Carlos Rodon will pitch game 2 for the Red Sox Yankees. And then times: Tigers Guardians is going to be the 12:08 game. Padres Cubs is going to be the 2:08 game. Red Sox Yankees is going to be the 5:08, and then Dodgers Reds is the 8:08. And then on the call for those games for the Tigers and Guardians, it is Sean McDonough, Todd Frazier, and Taylor McGregor.
Oh, I'm actually surprised that Sean McDonough didn't get our game. Do we get Michael K?
Cubs versus Padres is Kevin Brown, Jessica
Oh,
Mendoza, Ben McDonald, and Jesse Rogers.
okay. I like that. And then is Boog on the call for the Dodgers?
And then Red Sox versus Yankees is Carl Revich, David Coney, Eduardo Perez, and Buster Olney. And then for the Reds versus Dodgers is Boog Shambi, Doug Glanville, and Aiden Gonzalez.
Interesting lineup there. They shaked it up a bit.
They did shake it up a bit. So we'll get into sorry about that. Before we get on, game one or Tigers Guardians on ESPN, Cubs on ABC, Red Sox Dodgers on ESPN, and Reds Dodgers are on ESPN. So the Cubs are the only ABC game.
So real quick before we move on here, um, happy or mad with the start time?
I'm fine with it. Like I understand why.
Yeah, I mean, my only thing that I would change potentially, like the Yankees Red Sox deserves to be the primetime game. Like there's no argument, right? They deserve to be, the main primetime game. But like I just think the Dodgers and the Reds, it's a West Coast game, but put that one at 3. Put it at a 1 o'clock. No one wants to be up at night, final game of the day watching the Reds. Like put that game at 3. That's a 1 o'clock local, so it's not, in the morning. And put the Padres and the Cubs at night. Like I just think Padres Cubs is a better series than Dodgers Reds.
I understand that, but you kind of got to give the West Coast just because of time zones.
Yeah,
There's Dodgers have been pretty true to that time for the past couple of years, so there's no way you can't really give that game to them.
yeah.
All right, so we'll take a look around the MLB and then see where all the final standings sit at. So a lot of these games didn't matter, but some did. The Red Sox beat the Tigers 4-3. Jaron Duran RBI double and Yoshida home run. The Royals beat the Athletics 9-2. Mike Yastrzemski with a 2-homer game. The Giants beat the Rockies 4-0. Willie Adames hit his 30th home run. It was the first Giants 30 home run season since Barry Bonds in 2004. The Phillies beat the Twins 2-1. Nick Castellanos a walk-off sac fly, and the Phillies finish at 96 wins. The White Sox beat the Nationals 8-0, sweeping them in their final series of the year. Dom Fletcher with a 2-run homer and Miguel Vargas with a 2-run homer. The White Sox finished the year with 60 wins, but still lose over 100 games. The Yankees beat the Orioles 3-2. Ben Rice with a 2-homer game. The Astros beat the Angels 6-2. The Astros crushed 3 homers in the 5th inning, including a Yanier Diaz solo shot. The Blue Jays beat the Rays 13-4, and the Blue Jays clinched the AL East title with their win. Alejandro Kirk crushed a grand slam in a 2-homer game. The Padres beat the D-backs 12-4. The Padres opened the game up with 5 runs, including a Manny Machado solo shot. The Dodgers beat the Mariners 6-1. Shohei Ohtani hit his 55th homer of the season, and Clayton Kershaw had an amazing final regular season start, and he finished the year 11-2, very impressive in Kershaw's last MLB season. The Guardians beat the Rangers 9-8. Brian Riccio hit a walk-off 3-run homer that clinched the division. The Marlins beat the Mets 4-0. The Marlins took the lead with a 4-run 4th inning, and that is all it took for the win. The Brewers beat the Reds 4-2. Danny Jansen with a 2-run homer. Taylor Miguel get the win on the mound, and Uribe came in for the save. The Brewers finished with 97 wins and the best record in the NL. The Braves beat the Pirates 4-1. Acuna with a 2-run homer. Sale with 9 strikeouts. And then the Cubs beat the Cardinals 2-0. And then the final standings, the Brewers, I believe, led the league in wins. They
Yep.
did. So they were the regular
Did they
seed
get 98?
97.
Okay.
So the Brewers are the 1 seed in the NL, finishing 97-65. The Phillies are the 2 seed, finishing with 96 wins, and the Dodgers are the 3 seed, finishing with 93 wins. The Cubs are the first wild card team, finishing with 92 wins. The Padres finished with 90 wins, and then the Reds finished with the same record as the Mets, but they had the tiebreaker, so they make the playoffs. I think it's such a joke they don't do game 163.
I know it would be amazing to see. It would be in Cincinnati tomorrow, and
Yeah, like
that would be
it's
great.
basically another playoff game. Like I don't
Yeah,
you
it would
get
be
it?
sick.
I don't understand it.
It's so dumb.
One of the new dumber rules in baseball is they're adding a bunch of dumb stuff. The Blue Jays finished first in the AL with 97 wins. The Mariners finished second with 90 wins. The Guardians finished third with 88 wins. The Yankees take on the first wild card spot with 97 wins. The Red Sox take the second wild card spot with 89 wins. And then Detroit takes the third. Another game that would have been game 163, both teams finishing at 87 and 75. But because of the differential in the head to head, the Tigers take it. So tomorrow we would have had two game 163s.
That's so stupid.
I agree with that. It doesn't make sense to me. And then the Toilet Bowl, the worst record in baseball, goes to the Colorado Rockies, finishing with 43 wins. And then the second worst record goes to the White Sox, finishing with 60 wins. We went um, Rockies, White Sox, Nationals, Twins, Pirates, Angels. Those are the bottom teams. All right, so now we will play MLB Pickle. Ryan, who do you want to guess first?
You could pick.
Alrighty. We'll go with
Let's just go Matthew Boyd.
Boyd. Yeah, that works. He's not a lefty. He's a starting pitcher in the AL. Righty. I'll go Brian Wu. In the AL West, righty starting pitcher Hunter Brown. He's on Houston, a righty starting pitcher.
So
it's Brown. Valdez is a lefty.
yeah, I was gonna say Framber's a. Shit.
Javier, I know. I'll guess Christian Javier. And that is your Immaculate Grid player for the day, Christian Javier. And now we will play Immaculate Grid. So an under 3 ERA Cy Young season.
Randy Johnson.
All right. So things acting up. And then Cy Young or Randy Johnson was not.
What?
I guess apparently not. I'll go Tariq Skubal. No.
Wait. Randy Johnson never had under a 2 ERA.
My computer might be glitching, so I'll try it from my phone. I would just because it didn't say Skubal or Johnson. I'll guess Randy Johnson again on my phone. Nope, he did not. Hall of Fame Cy Young, Randy Johnson. Had to have. There we go. 20+ win season with an under 3 ERA.
Nolan Ryan. Oh yeah, there we go.
I'll go Kerry Wood.
Yeah.
Nope. Nolan Ryan. Nope. I'm giving up on this.
Yeah.
This is unreal.
Hey, but you know what?
Pedro Martinez. Oh.
Hey, listen. Maybe we weren't immaculate today, but the Bears block a potential game winner to win the game. The Cubs are hosting playoff games at Wrigley this week. It's a great week.
Yeah, it is for sure. Thank you guys for tuning in today's episode. We'll be posting another episode with a playoff preview tomorrow. Signing off, Ryan Dunleavy.
Ryan Zunski.
See you guys in the next episode.